If you're a healthcare professional like me, or just a professional, you work 9 to 5, you're probably having the same problem that I'm having, to set aside some time to actually pay attention to how you can build wealth. So it's important to be very intentional. We have to start with little changes in our plan. You can work, go do your 9 to 5, you're building somebody else's dream, but what about yours? What about your wealth building? How are you planning to build wealth for you and your kids, if you have kids, future generations, if you don't have kids yet, if you plan on having them? Or it doesn't have to be your kids. It could be nieces and nephews, cousins, somebody that you want to build a legacy for. But you can't do that if you don't have a plan in place. So we need to be able to set some time aside to educate ourselves. Personal development is very important. Reading books, watching videos, watching podcasts, just building our minds so that we're putting the right stuff into our heads and following people who have done it the right way. And that's what I do. I make sure that I have mentors in my life who guide me, people who are better than me. That way I can follow their path and just make things better for me financially. So as a professional, let's really be intentional about setting that time aside, not just listening to what our HR department is saying, or people who haven't who can't give us the right tips. We listen to professionals, and actually make sure you're making that change in your professional life, but as well as your financial life, because the same way we take care of our health, we have to take care of our wealth. So health and wealth, they go together. You check your vital signs, you make sure your heart rate's good, your blood pressure is good. The same thing with your finances. You have to check the health of your finances to make sure that you're putting money in the right spots. You're building wealth the right way. You're not just looking for get rich quick schemes. You're actually looking for sustainable growth for your money and protecting it. You want to make sure your money is being protected. So stay tuned. We'll have more tips for you, and we'll go into depth on, a lot of these things. But for now, just the tip of the iceberg, right? See you soon.